and I teach online marketing to teachers so they can learn how to create a niche and build their business online. So in my webinar, I talked about some secret strategies that I used to increase my income and build multiple streams of revenue teaching online. Hi, my name is Nikki, and I help online teachers increase their income by establishing multiple streams of revenue. I've been talking all about creating a digital course because that is one of the ways I have increased my income and created passive income. Now I'm teaching others how to do the same. So far, we've talked about, is it right for you? Is creating a course right for you? We talked about ideas for teachers. I talked about the course creation process, and now I'm going to talk about launching the course. We did talk a little bit about this in the last video, but now we're going to go into a little bit more detail about it. So one of the first things that you're going to have to do is create an audience. How do you create an audience? You can do that through a blog or social media. But here's the main tip that I have for you. Just choose one platform. Don't try to upload on all of the platforms. My favorite is blogging and YouTube. I do both of them. In the beginning, I only did YouTube. So I only added the blog once I gained some traction with YouTube and I knew more about what my niche was going to be. And that's also when I saw my business grow a lot, when I added the blog. And it was just more, I don't think it's necessarily the blog that made the main difference, but the blog gave me that focus. That's when I knew that I was really serious about building my online business. So it's, like I said, it's not to do with having a blog, but both are very powerful. YouTube and Google, they're the top search engines in the world. Google owns YouTube, if you didn't know that. But Google's number 1, YouTube is number 2 in terms of top search engines. So that's why I recommend those. And then my third recommendation would be Facebook, whether you have a Facebook group or a Facebook business page. I think both are essential either way. But showing up once a week on one of the platforms consistently is how you're going to grow your audience. While you're growing your audience, you need to build an email list. I recommend having between 100 to 500, at a minimum, 100 to 500 people on your email list before you offer your course. Because the people that are on your email list, they are considered a warm audience. The people who are warm are more likely to buy from you because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Now, does that mean you can't sell to a cold audience? No, absolutely not. I have sold to many people who were, quote, cold. So you can use Facebook ads to build a cold audience as well and to sell your course. So we said step number 1, building an audience. Step number 2, building your email list. Now step number 3 is creating a webinar. Webinars are part of my launch strategy because I offer a free masterclass where people will learn something from me, and then at the end of the masterclass, I'll teach about how we can work together, and that's through my course and my coaching. So the reason I recommend creating your webinar is because it helps you create an outline for your course. It gives you direction of what your course is going to be. What's the goal of it? You want to talk about your course at the end of the webinar, but it's also going to be the steps that got you to whatever it is that you're teaching. So let me just give you an example. My course is Level Up Teaching Online, and I teach online marketing to teachers so they can learn how to create a niche and build their business online. So in my webinar, I talked about some secret strategies that I used to increase my income and build multiple streams of revenue teaching online. And those strategies are what entice people to work with me. And that's how I was able to think about, okay, what's my goal in my course? I want people to learn how to establish multiple streams of revenue, but they need to know online marketing in order to do that. Once you have your webinar created, or at a minimum, when you have the outline to your webinar, then you can create your course content. And you can do both. You can already have the outline for your content and your webinar. You can do them simultaneously or one right after the other. But I really think for me, creating that webinar helped me even more with narrowing down what I was going to put inside my course. So creating that course content, that's why I do it after the webinar. The next thing you're going to want to do is write sales emails, because when people sign up for your webinar, they need to hear from you daily. This is one time that I recommend sending daily emails so that people remember your free masterclass and they show up to it, and that they remember that you want to work with them and that you're a good fit for helping them with whatever it is that you are offering. Now, actually, I think I said daily, but I may send them like every other day or every few days, because I know daily can get a little bit overwhelming and annoying, but I still recommend sending emails often when you are launching. You have to send them often. You have to send a lot of them. I think in my email strategy, I did something around 10 emails, and I had like a 2-week launch period. Once you have your emails written, you're going to start advertising. I do my advertising on Facebook. You do need a Facebook business page to advertise. So make sure you have your Facebook business page set up. It's good to have content on there before you just start advertising, because Facebook wants to know that you're like trustworthy and reliable. So definitely build up your Facebook content, even if you're repurposing your content. So I just put a YouTube video on Facebook last week. I just uploaded it, and it's the same exact video. So don't think that you have to create brand new content. You can take little quotes from your blog posts or quotes from your YouTube video, do Facebook Lives. They really do like video on there. Video is king. So think about that as well. I know not everyone likes creating video. So if you don't like that, you can try to come up and be creative, come up with something that's going to work for you. But do try to post at least once a week on Facebook on your business page. So those are the strategies. Those are the steps that I use for launching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and please share it, comment below, because that does help more people see the video. That's the end of the course creation video series for now, and I'll see you in the next video soon. If you want to find out ways that you can work with me, make sure you look in that description box. I have coaching, I have my 6-day workshop, and I have a level up teaching online. Check those out, and don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have questions. See you in the next video.